Going into the first question, I'll go to you, Zeke. How much does a SaddleBrooke home cost? Like, what's the average? Let's go from like a 1 bedroom, 1 bath to a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Let's share with our listeners what's the average SaddleBrooke home cost?
So when it comes to price, it's pretty complicated because we can't just give you a price, right?
Okay.
We have so many different factors when it comes to us selling something or building something, because we have different types of sidings, we got different types of interiors, we got so many different options for you guys. So number one, we need to know a size you're looking for. If you're looking for something small, something 240 square feet, or you're looking for something 3 bedroom, 1,200 square feet, right? So there's a big gap in between there. Also, the types of sidings we have outside. We have the regular LP Smart siding, we got the lap siding, we got board and batten, and then we have the log siding. So that's a big factors, right? Also, the interior. When it comes to interior, what type of cabinets do you want? What type of you want granite countertops, or you want regular Formica countertops? Well, there's many options that we do offer, so that it varies on when it comes to price. So we could tell you what's our most popular, but sometimes us telling you a price just scares you away, and then sometimes you don't even need that, right? There's a lot of people that call me, it's like, no, I want the 1,200 square foot home. I need to have the 1,200 square foot home. And then we go through all the fact finding, and we come to find out they actually need a 14 by 40 or 12 by 32.
Just a 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
Most popular.
Yeah. Right. So if I come and tell you, you know what, a 1,200 square foot home is going to be $130,000. Boom. Automatically you shut down, you forget to listen, you forget everything. And that's a home that you don't even need.
Right.
Right? When we could get you on a 14 by 40, I don't know.
I would say the biggest thing is figuring out what are your needs, because these homes, once you step in, these homes, like a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, they're most popular ones, 1652s are most popular 2 bedroom, 2 bath. Once you step in, it's really all you need. You don't even need the 1,200 square feet.
That's a good point. I mean, like I said, everything comes down to what you need, right?
Yeah.
Because my wife needs a 6 bedroom home, 5 bathrooms, pool in the back. You know, I really need a 18 by 60 that we live in, 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, and I think it's still too big. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it just depends what you need.
Yeah, so you actually live in one of our houses.
Absolutely. And it's one of the best ideas, like the best things that could ever happen to me, because I have the perfect space.
Right.
I have a big couch in the living room. We got a dining table finally. Yeah. We have a kid in one of the bedrooms. I have my office in another bedroom, and then we have our master bedroom with its walk-in closet. I mean, it's just perfect.
Did you get a king bed in the master bedroom?
I currently have a queen size bed, but you could definitely fit in a king size.
Okay. So going back to what's the actual home cost? There's, like you said, there's a few different factors, but what I want to touch on is the actual appraisal of the house versus, we've seen the last 30 days. Yeah, is we had a contract price for 116.
Yeah, tell us about that one, about the one that went to Arkansas.
The one in Arkansas, we did what was it, 18 by 60?
No, 16.
Was it
1640?
Which one was it?
Evan.
Yeah, 16 by 44 contract price was below 120, and appraisal came back at, I believe, 145,000. So there's so much equity already built into the price that you're actually making money. You can actually, if you finance it, you can actually pull that money out and pay yourself if you want to. So going back to the price, our average price, I would say, Zeke, Trace, would start at around 55, 60,000
for the smallest
one. And I think the most highest we've ever sold, and it was very custom, was right at 190,000, which was very custom, and it had a long delivery route. But if you go by the price per square foot, and that was 1,200 square feet, let's go by the price by square foot, you're still well below $200 a square foot, which in today's world, Kyle, if you're building a house right now, what are you going to have in it? And you're building it yourself. So you're accruing all of those costs without a general contractor, without all of that. And it takes a year. We're going to add that in there. You've been working on it since last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna have over $500,000 in it, and just that. But per square, are you asking
per square foot? A traditional house, you have well in the 200s.
Right,
So
I'm
25
right.
last
Doing
time
it
I
myself.
checked.
Yeah, I'm right at the 170, 180.
But what people also don't, and this goes into the cost of the house.
it's not only that
is
time too.
It's the construction loan cost that
Yeah.
you're paying
I'm paying
interest
interest every month.
every month.
Yeah.
And people don't factor that into the home buying
Yeah.
cost. You know, if you draw out and you're just paying interest only payments, you might be paying $1,500, $2,000 a month while still paying your other mortgage or rent while you're building that, and that adds up over a whole year. That could be 20, 30,000 extra just in interest.
And then also a big factor on that. I mean, you build homes. You know all about the construction world, right? So when someone comes in and gives you a bid or whatever, one of your contractors, you know if they're playing you right or wrong.
100%.
When you're building something and you don't know, I've never been involved with building a home.
You think that's cheap.
Contractors, dude, I'm telling you, contractors are something else. They will tell you something costs $100, and then when they actually need to buy it and put it in your home, it's actually cost $300-400.
Yeah.
Because there's no installation fees. There's so many different factors, right? I come from the construction world. So we used to go in there and bid a house. We're going to do this deck for $20,000.
Yeah.
Once we were said and done, they spent $35,000
In change orders.
in change orders. I don't like this. You know what? That wood is cheap.
I've seen that
Oh
so
my
many
God.
times where a contractor would, and then you end up spending 30, 40 grand after you close. Yeah.
Insane.
Let's keep, we got,
So going back to the average, we're going to keep going, but going back to the average, I would say we're right at 110, 120,000 on average, $100,000, somewhere around that. And then if you put that let's say you put that on a 30-year mortgage, that's below $1,000 a month.
Yep.
And right now, I don't care if you live, I live in Texarkana, a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment right now, which is it's a townhome. It starts at $1,200 to $1,400.
That's not even the
Easy.
big. I was talking to some people. The rent starts at $2,500 now, so
Yes.
it's even going up.
So in just retrospective, how much does our homes cost versus rent versus a traditional house that you buy that's already pre-built?
Yep.
Your payment is going to be, and let's say you go with the highest unit we're going to be able to build you, $1,500 and less, depending on what your credit is. There's a lot of other factors in,
100%.
and you build equity the day that you sign the contract.
And guys, you don't have to finance if you want to pay cash. You can pay cash.